Hello everyone, it is Sunday the 29th of December. How are we all? We haven't had a good catch up for quite some time, let alone a catch up that's happened in daylight. Yeah, we're breaking new ground here. We're not really. This isn't new ground. It's less trodden ground. It's like a new path. People have walked on it, but no one really wants to because they don't want to spoil it. Oh, there we go. Poeticism for the day done. So, yeah. Oh, pardon me. Hope you've all had a good Christmas. Pardon me. Jesus. I say again. I hope you all had a good Christmas, good Boxing Day. I hope you're going to have a good New Year because that hasn't happened yet. It all got a little bit hectic really quickly. Problems happened that meant I couldn't really vlog very well, and I'll explain those to you now. You might remember in the previous vlog there was a little section, can't remember what day it was, Monday I think it was, the 23rd, where it was howling wind and rain. Do you remember that bit? I was talking and you couldn't really hear me. I was wearing my big red coat, I couldn't see. I'm sure you know the bit. It turns out that walk home in all that rain damaged a lot of my electrical equipment. And when I say damaged, I mean the bottom part of my phone screen stopped responding to touch, which meant that I couldn't really use it. Because as I'm sure you know, I had an old iPhone 3GS, because I like retro. And when I was texting people, I had to keep turning the phone around so that the keyboard would rotate and stuff like that. So that got irreparably broken. You guys got a little bit wet, safe to say, and now you don't close your lens properly without a little bit of help. And my iPod, I think my iPod was fine, but nevertheless it did get a little bit wet because the water was going through my bag. So I did the tried and tested, apparently, trick of submerging your electrical goods in rice. Apparently that is supposed to dry your electrics out safely and give them a better chance of still working when it comes to next using them. Just turn them off, dunk them in a bowl of rice, and that'll be that. Didn't work for my phone, that has to be said. And my camera wasn't really in that bad a nick anyway, and like I say, my iPod wasn't really broken, so I don't really know if that was conclusive or not. But it does mean that I had to go out and buy a new phone, which I have done. Ta-da! As much as I'm annoyed with Apple, I got an iPhone 5C, and do you know what? Actually, I'm quite happy with it, quite impressed with it actually. I do really like it, but maybe that's just because I've been used to a rubbish old 3GS for so long. Rubbish in comparison to this, but it's really good, you know. I've got signal at home now, which is amazing. Everything's all smooth and fluid, which is amazing. I've got a little stylus type thingy for Christmas to use on my phone, which I've been using on that. It's been great, you know. Never have I looked so artistic on Snapchat before. All in all, you know, it probably worked out for the best. I was kind of due a new phone, I suppose. So that's all been sorted out. What did I get for Christmas, I hear you ask? I got a cymbal for my drum kit and stand so that it can be used. The stylus thingy. Phone case for my old phone. That's not going to get used. My dad got the most recent Tomb Raider game, which is going to be pretty cool to have a think about. You see, I don't know if I liked the new or most recent Tomb Raider or not. I prefer, you know, the one I'm playing at the moment, Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider 3, that sort of thing. I think the most recent one's a bit of a hit and miss thing from what I've seen of it and what I've played of it. Anyway. It was just really good. We got to see a lot of family, eat a lot of food as per usual, and actually, despite eating a lot of food, I'm still like 10 stone 6. which, you know, I'm kind of okay with. But Mum and Dad are practically force feeding me now because they want me to put on weight. But that's neither here nor there. Which, in a roundabout way, actually brings us on to talking more about Christmas Eve, because, as you might have seen at the end of the last vlog, I was working Christmas Eve in the bar, and it was really good fun. It was a really great shift. All of my shifts, actually, I felt have been pretty damn good recently. But Christmas Eve went really well. No real problems. I was on the floor all night. That's not a well, I was on the floor in that sense eventually, but what I mean is I was out and about collecting glasses and stuff, and that's fine. I don't mind doing that. I'm quite happy doing that. I'm happy running around doing all that, because I don't know, really, I like being a little bit active, so that was alright. I didn't have a problem doing that. What I did have a problem with was the amount of breakages we had. My good God, there was all sorts going on. We had people. Okay, how did it go? How did it all turn out in the end? So it was stressful. Like it wasn't to start with. You know, it started at 7 and it was nice and quiet. There were 3 of us on the floor, and you know, from 7 till about 8:30, it was kind of, oh, there's a glass. Who's going to go and get it now? You know. Well, I went to get it last time. Your turn. But then it picked up quite quickly, and then the breakages started happening. People were dropping glass. You expect people to drop glasses in a pub. That's going to happen. That's fine. So 1 got dropped. Never mind. 2. Then like more. Every time we finished sweeping one up, it was like another glass is smashed. It's like, oh Jesus Christ. You know, come on, hold them, for goodness sake. The amount of whole glasses I found on the floor, it was like, why are they there? Why are you kicking them around? People, pick them up. You know? So, you know, we was doing that, and there must have been like a ton of glasses on the stage or in one place or whatever, because next thing I know, assistant manager turns up and goes, "Nick, get the big broom," or something like that. And I approached this, what can only be described as floor of glass, because that's what it was. No, it was I did try to think of a good simile there, I couldn't, but it was like, we have a reasonably sized floor in front of the stage, and the whole floor was covered, like literally. I'm not even using literally in the metaphorical sense here. It was literally, like for real, covered in glass. And I was like, what? How has this happened? So there we were sweeping all that, and of course with every broken glass you sweep up, you have to mop up all of the liquid that was inside it as well. So there were 3 of us going around getting glasses, sweeping up glasses, mopping up spillages from glasses. I think I'm the only one who was on that team of 3, because one of the people normally works as a chef for us, but she had come along to basically as an extra pair of hands, I think, and the other guy, he only does floor service, so I don't know if he knows. So I think I was the only one on that team who knew how to do how to change a barrel, sorry, and change an optic. I don't know, but you know, every now and then someone would shout behind the bar, "Change barrel, change optic." Okay, I'll go and do that. So there's even more stuff to do. Oh, and insult to injury, right? Including some physical injuries. Okay. I had just taken a glass out of the glass washer. It was nice and cool. I put it down on the shelf and it exploded. Oh, I didn't drop it. I put it down tenderly and with loving care, like I would put down any glass object that wasn't mine. Tenderly and with loving care. And the thing exploded. I was like, oh, come on. As if I needed another load of broken glass to clear up. And then I put a glass down ready to go into the dishwasher again, caringly, tenderly, lovingly, like I would with any glass object that wasn't mine. Put it down on the thing before it's even gone through the glass washer. It explodes. it was a manic day for exploding glassware and all that sort of thing. But that was really the only negative thing about it. You know, despite all that, at the end of it, in like our post-shift debrief, I guess, one of the assistant managers said, you know, well, we all did amazingly. Everyone who worked did really amazingly that night. It was really busy. And then he also said how, you know, he basically thanked the floor staff, sort of going, no, I never ran out of glasses once, did a good job. So that made me feel good. You know, despite all of that was going on, you know, we still did an alright job, which is alright by me. Well, and that brings me nicely onto the quote-unquote after party, which I hadn't quite foreseen. So, as you would have seen in that vlog, or heard at least, I was a little bit drunk, and there's a reason behind that, because we were celebrating, and everyone had to have a shot of something that someone had brought along called Campari, or Campiri, something like that. That was horrible. And then, you know, as things went on, I found myself trying a shot of absinthe. Oh, and ouzo. It wasn't. None of those were nice at all. And then the manager turns up, celebratory Jaeger bomb. Fine, okay. Celebratory Sambuca shots. Oh, hang on a minute. Bear in mind also I'd had a JD and Coke before I started, because everyone was bought a drink, and a JD and Coke after we'd finished as a celebration thing before the post party. So, shot of Sambuca. Oh gosh. Nick, you get 2 because you're the newest member of staff. But I consider myself quite lucky, because then the manager turns around and he started pouring these 2 concoctions full of, like, there's like a shelf which is full of all different kinds of spirits. JD Honey, Di Solano, several kinds of gin, Bacardi, and things like that, Pernod, Pimm's. You know, if you go into a bar, you'll see like the shelf full of spirits. That's basically, we got one of them. And he was just picking things off like a mad scientist and pouring a little bit into each of these glasses. And then he kind of pushed one in my direction. I went, no. And I don't know, but either way, yeah, they got very drunk indeed. But all in good fun, because it was Christmas. And then, like I say, I got home at 6:15 Christmas morning. 3 hours sleep, straight into Christmas Day, Christmas evening, straight round to family's house to look after all of my cousins and stuff and keep them entertained. But it was all really great. I had a really good Christmas. So I hope yours was great as well. Let me know how your Christmas went. There's a lot of you out there, and I want to know how your Christmas was. So do let me know. And that kind of brings us round to today. I've basically been working today. Kind of off the cuff, actually. I wasn't supposed to work today. I was working last night, and yeah, again, all good. Last night was the first night I changed a barrel on my own. So happy. It's like little steps, set little goals, you get to a bigger goal easier. That little goal, change a barrel by myself. Changing optics is easy. Doing the barrel is the hard part until you know what you're doing. Now I know what I'm doing, it's fine. What was I going to say? Yeah. So, and then I got a text off the manager yesterday morning saying, can anyone cover Sunday 12 till 3? And I said, yeah, I can do that. I wasn't doing anything today. Yeah, I'll do that. Why not? 12 till 3. We're getting to work later, and turns out that someone who's working tonight is ill, so I'm going in to cover for them as well. So basically I've been in 12 till 3, it's probably around 20 to 4 now, I wouldn't know. Let me check my new fancy watch. So, oh whoa, near a drain, don't want to pick my phone out there, that is tempting fate. 3:30, okay, overestimated. So it's about 3:30, and that means I'm going to get home for probably around 4:45 at this rate. And then I need to be back at O'Neill's for a 6 o'clock start, and then hopefully we'll be wrapped up by 11, which means I can get home and just have tomorrow off. Which I'm looking forward to. Because I got up this morning and it was like 9 o'clock, and I looked at the time and went, how much longer can I get away with sleeping before I absolutely have to get up? I just wasn't ready to get up today. I was really tired, but never mind, now I'm up, I'm feeling alright, so that's all that matters. What else was I going to say? I don't know, I don't think there is anything else I can say that you need to know about, really. I was going to tell you about video situation, but that's no point in doing that, because by the time this video goes out, that will have been and gone anyway. But basically, just so you know, so there's a reason for it. I haven't got any videos planned for the rest of this week, so like into the new year basically. So where are we at now? 29th, 30th, 1st of January is on Wednesday, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, so I have nothing planned up until the 5th of January. Hopefully videos will resume on the 6th of January. Maybe 1 or 2 days later to allow me time to record and stuff. But basically I haven't made any because I haven't really got time. First of all, working a lot despite not having to go into uni at the moment. I'm working a lot, and also, you know, I don't like to record when family's in because they make a lot of noise, so kind of waiting for the family to shove off. So there aren't any videos up until around about 6th of January. And incidentally, we start back at uni on the 8th of January. So things are going to get a bit busy yet again. But hey, that doesn't matter. We'll be alright. I'm also going to use this time, whilst it's fresh in my mind, to quickly mention my 2013 goals. For those of you who've been with me since the start, you will know. For those of you who haven't, here's what's been going on, basically. Not that I've really mentioned it. At the start of 2013, sorry, I kind of set myself like 3 things that I want to achieve, do, or whatever by the end of this year. And they were turn 21, which I did quite well, I think. Learn how to drive. Have I not already spoken about this? Well, whatever. Learn how to drive. I haven't passed my test, but I do know how to drive, so that wins on technicality. Yes, I think I have spoken about this, because the 3rd thing was to graduate from uni, which I also did very well indeed. So goals for 2014, I don't know. I saw this great joke saying, what's your New Year's resolution? They said, my New Year's resolution is going to be 1920 by 1080. Also as well, because this will probably be the last one for 2013. Monster. Can't remember where we're at now. Like I feel like this might be 56, maybe 57, which is all right actually. You know, we average a smidgen over 1 a week. If you include decimal points. If you don't, then it is probably about 1 a week. So on the whole, not bad. Doesn't mean to say we had 1 a week. That's just the average. Anyway, I'll probably see you a bit later on tonight to let you know how my second shift of today goes. And so, for the second time today, I'll be doing this walk. Well, actually this is how I always walk. But what I mean is, I am walking home for the second time today, along the same route. That's because, obviously, as I've said, I was working tonight. How did it all go? Very well. That's going to be generic default response now, I think. In the same way that it is for uni. Yeah, I think it's kind of gotten to that stage now where it is for the bar as well. every time I go in, I feel confident, feeling good about what I'm doing. Come out at the end, still feeling good. You know, having great shifts. Just generally being certainly how I feel I can be the best at what I'm doing. That sentence was a car crash, start to finish. I feel like I'm doing the best I can, and everything's coming up roses as a result, which is great. And people, my colleagues who've been working there for a while, are saying that I'm doing really well as well, which means a lot. So that's all great. It's just fantastic. Actually, that was a very poor choice of words earlier about that sentence being a car crash, because I have literally just walked past one. It's quite major, actually. It looked pretty bad. I think there were 3 cars involved. One of them, like, pretty much the side had come off, was just not there. An airbag had gone off. There were 2 recovery vehicles there, 2 out of assumedly 3. It wasn't looking good, and it looked like everything was under control. Well, not under control, but it looks like everyone had dealt with everything, and my intervention would have not helped, might have complicated things, or certainly stressed them out a bit more, so I didn't get involved. Plus also I didn't see the crash, it was just the aftermath, so it was probably just better walk past anyway. Other than that though, there's not really a lot to tell you more about today. Yeah, I think that's all nicely wrapped up. So I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully, I've got the day off tomorrow, which is good. I'm feeling good about a day off. Gonna sleep in first of all, and if I can, I'm gonna record some videos. I know Mum and Dad are both back at work tomorrow after the Christmas. Oh, don't you be starting wind. We've been doing well without strong wind and rain. Yeah, Mum and Dad go back to work tomorrow after the Christmas break. And I think my sister's still off, but she might be out. So if she's out, I'll record some videos. So it's not really a day off, it's just a day where I'm not working. Which is a weird statement. If she is in, then I won't record videos. We'll play it by ear. But for now, I just want to go home and get off my feet, because my feet are hurting. Because, as we've probably explained before, Converse don't do good for the arches of your feet. And they are cramping like no tomorrow. I need to get myself some better shoes. But, well, these ones are going to be on their way out soon anyway. The soles are coming unglued. What was I saying? Yeah, I just want to get home now and have a rest. Maybe a sandwich, because I'm a little bit hungry. I've got a packet of Starburst in my pocket actually, so I'm gonna chew on those while I'm. You remember when they were called Opal Fruits? I do. I preferred that name. I remember there being a big whole advertising campaign about finding out what Opal Fruits would change their name to, and the whole time I was like, no, don't change your name. So even when I was young, I was proper keen on keeping things as they are. If it's not broke, don't fix it. And yet they went and changed it to Starburst anyway. It always will be Opal Fruits in my mind. I seem to remember there being a lemon flavoured one, or at least a yellow one. Now you only get purple, orange, red and green. By the way, other fruit flavoured sweets are available. But yeah, I seem to remember there being a yellow flavour in there. Maybe I'm getting confused. Maybe someone can help me out on that. Maybe I am just getting confused, but I seem to remember there being a yellow one. Someone find out for me and let me know. Anyway, that's your homework for today. I expect it due in at the end of this video. Okay? Jolly good. You may use Wikipedia. Okay? Good. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Hi everyone. How are we? Welcome to Monday 30th of December. Hope you're all alright. Yeah, what a day off this turned out to be. No, it was good. I didn't do anything today. Couldn't record videos, so I didn't. But I got a call from my manager asking if I could go in and work tonight, Monday night. So I said, yeah, alright, I'll do that. So there we go. That's why we're walking home, because I was at work tonight, despite not planning on it, but doesn't matter. Best laid plans always go awry, remember that. And at the end of the day, I'm earning, you know, for all the extra shifts I'm doing, I'm earning, and it's helping me learn about the pub a lot more, about everything in general. The person I was on with tonight, he said, you know, it's good to finally see you, coming out of your shell, and that's because, you know, I'm getting to grips with everything, I'm learning everything, and I'm getting to know all that I need to know, which is great. So, whilst I may be exhausted, and whilst my feet may hurt, it doesn't matter, because all in all, the benefits are good, and that's what matters really. As long as you're getting something out of it, all's well, really. Which brings me somewhat onto tomorrow. Why is it whenever I want to vlog, there's always a really trundly and loud vehicle? That is the law of sod. We're walking home a different way tonight as well, just so I'm a bit more illuminated, because I know that a lot of these vlogs these days are actually very dark, which is very boring, and I apologise for them being dark, but that's what they are. And that is because the only free time I have to vlog is on these walks home, and funnily enough, they're all at night time. So coming home a bit of a different way, just so there's a bit more light, so that it's a little bit easier to see what's going on, which may or may not be a good thing. Ooh, lots of condensation there. Yes, tomorrow is Tuesday, New Year's Eve, 31st of December. You're probably going a bit too fast for this road, but not fast enough to set off the speed camera, damn it. What was I saying? Yes, New Year's Eve tomorrow. The plan I have, we're driving lesson at 9:30 in the morning, so I don't get a lay-in tomorrow. Driving lesson at 9:30, and then I'm doing nothing with my day up until probably around 7:30, when I need to leave my house and go to work for New Year's Eve. Should be a busy night, should be a great night. Actually, looking forward to it. Hopefully things will be good. I'll have to let you know what goes on afterwards, I suppose, because I'm not psychic. I can't tell these things. Is there anything else? I don't know. Oh, I've still got some Starbursts left from yesterday. They were going to be my New Year's walk home treat, but they might be my pre-New Year walk home treat, and then if I've got any left, then they might be a New Year walk home treat. Still need to work that out a bit. But yeah, anyway, I will see you tomorrow, and I'm sure I'll let you know how New Year's goes. Alright, see you then. Welcome to Tuesday. It is New Year's Eve, and I am going to be going on my drum kit in just a moment. I'm going to try out my new present, of which it is a new cymbal, and we're going to knock it around and see how it all goes. Had a driving lesson this morning. How did it all go? All was pretty good. Getting there. Soon we'll be ready to do something, I'm sure. The instructor had down that today's plan was supposed to be a practice, like a mock test, which I can only assume means, I'm getting somewhere. But in the end, we didn't do that, purely because I felt so exhausted from all the work I've been doing. And also I haven't had one for a while, so I just sort of said, well, let's just have a refresher lesson instead, and see where to go from there. Who's that? Oh, 12:03. Can I work tomorrow? Oh, I've been asked if I can work tomorrow. I might be able to do that. I'll see. What was I going to say? Yeah, talking of work, I guess I'll let you know how tonight goes once tonight happens. Hopefully it should all be pretty damn fun. Hello everyone, welcome to the 2nd of January. Happy New Year to you all. I hope everyone had a great New Year, had a really fun one, did stuff, and just in general, had a really great New Year. First of all, I don't think I told you about this, but I got a gift over Christmas that actually benefits you guys. I'm going to show you now. Look, let's see this. You guys have a tripod now. That means that I can stand you on things, and well, I could stand you on things anyway. But there we go. That's kind of wonky because of whatever. But this actually came out of a Christmas cracker, and it's probably the best thing I've ever gotten out of a Christmas cracker ever. I'm not going to leave you on there because you look a bit silly in my hand, just kind of floating up above. But it's actually quite, it's nice because I can get to take it to angles that were a lot harder to get to if I was just using my hand. You can go on entire journeys as if you were on a jib or something like that. But, it's a pretty good thing over this way, thank you. So there's that, that's all pretty cool. New Year's itself, how was it? Obviously I was working New Year's Eve. It was jolly good fun, and seeing New Year in with a bunch of people was really cool. On the whole it was just pretty great, pretty good fun. And afterwards, at work we finished cleaning up at around 3 AM, and then we just had a little kind of after party kind of thing, and I got home at 8:05 in the morning. 3 hours sleep, then I was back up again. This was yesterday, 1st of January, back up at like 11 o'clock. I'm still kind of catching up on sleep. I don't know if you can tell, my eyes are still a bit bloodshot, but we're slowly getting there. Today's plan, I'm not sure if my sister's going to be back or not. If she isn't, then I'm going to try and get ahead on these videos. If she is, then we'll have to wait and see. Yes, I am working tonight. Shouldn't be, but I've said I'll cover someone, so that'll happen. I'm still kind of half asleep, I'm sure you can tell. So I'm going to try and wake myself up with a little bit of YouTube, and then we shall see what happens later on. I'm also going to take the tripod off, just so that it feels a bit more comfortable for me. Last time this happened, all of my gadgets stopped, so hopefully this time things will be a bit better. Tonight I was working, covering for someone, and all in all went really well, really nice and enjoyable shift, which is good. Yesterday, New Year's Day, I spent trying to recover and get some sleep back because I was in dire need of some. And then in the evening, actually, me and Jay went out. We went to O'Neill's just for a couple of drinks and stuff, see how people were doing, all that sort of thing, which was again really nice. And that's pretty much all there is to it, really. It's been a quiet day most of today. Tomorrow I think it's going to be more of the same, another quiet day. I got some videos recorded, and I tested a live stream today. It worked kind of well, actually. A bit laggy, like frames wise for me, but there's a couple of wrinkles to iron out, but all in all went really well, which is good. Recorded some videos, and that's pretty much it. Hoping to get a few more done tomorrow, hopefully. And I do not believe I am working tomorrow night, which is good. Can not have to go to work, which is brilliant. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much you all caught up and stuff. I'm going to put you away so you don't get any more damaged, and I'll hopefully see you tomorrow. So until then, bye bye. Actually, before I go, I just want to take some time out to say I feel great. I don't know what it is. I feel more positive than normal. I'm trying to work out what it is. Maybe it's because, I've had a really peaceful Actually quite a quick walk home. Maybe it's because I've had a really great shift. Maybe it's because it's pretty much my favourite kind of weather that I'm walking in. You know, favourite kind of weather to look at and to, you know, be in. Maybe it's because I had a chat with Jay. Maybe it's because it's the new year. Maybe it's a combination of all of that. I don't know. But I feel really good. Really great. I don't particularly feel tired. I feel quite energised. I just feel really good. Look at that. Does that come across on camera? Look at the haze. That's nice. I feel great. And I don't know why. It's really cool. It's really good. I don't know. I'm just looking forward to tomorrow at the moment. Like, nothing's going on tomorrow. I'm just looking forward to tomorrow and the next day and the day after. Things just feel good at the moment. And it feels kind of odd. You know, I'm a happy person generally. If I'm moaning, it's not real moaning, you know, it's either moaning to be funny or, you know, it's just grumbling that's not supposed to be taken seriously. I'm really actually a negative person or pessimistic. Oh, it's kind of windy, isn't it? It's just, you know, it's not meant to be taken seriously. So I'm generally quite a positive person, but it just feels like a different kind of positivity. Almost like an epiphany, but I haven't had an epiphany. There's been no real realisation. Let me just wipe your eye. There hasn't been a realisation. There hasn't been any kind of eureka moment. You know, I'm just feeling good and optimistic and happy and looking forward to things, which isn't a bad thing. And that's not to say that I wasn't before. It's just, for some reason, I've only now just recognised how uplifted I feel at the moment. Which is nice. I like it. I want this to happen more often. I want to feel good like this more often. Yeah. So it's that kind of thing, like I was just walking down the road with a smile on my face. And I don't know why. You know, normally I walk down the road kind of like this, blank expression on my face. But I noticed it just then, I was kind of like, yeah, feeling happy. Do you know why I'm smiling? No, you don't. And nor do I. But I am. I'm just smiling because why the hell not? It's really great. Really, really great indeed. I'm nearly home now though, so I'm going to get in, go to the toilet, have something to eat, and then I might hit up Netrock for an hour or so. Even though it's actually, what time is it? I don't know the time. I don't really know what time we finished actually. What time is it? 20 past 12. You know what? Yeah, I'll hit it up for half an hour. Take me up to 1 AM. Then might go to bed. Haven't got anything to get up for in the morning. I don't know. Just feeling good. Yeah, it's exciting. This is going to be an interesting year. I can feel it. Not for the same reason that 2013 was an interesting year. 2013 was an interesting year because there were several life milestones in that year. And there are some for this year that are planned that are slightly bigger than 2013's. So maybe that's it. I don't know. But it's going to be a brilliant year. I can tell. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of good times. A lot of interesting times. I can feel it. I'll see you tomorrow. For real this time. Hopefully. In any case, the 2nd of January is now over. Hello everyone, welcome. Today is Friday the 3rd of January. Hope everyone's doing alright today. It's damn cold. Yes it is. But that's to be expected, I guess. Today I'm gonna make videos, get myself ahead of the game a little bit, ready for next week, because I start back at uni next week, so I need to make sure I'm a little bit ahead so that you know, when everything picks up again, I'm not clamoring to try and get videos done and rushing them and stuff. So that's the plan for today, just to make more videos. I'm going to whack out the drum kit in a moment and just have a little bit of a knock around on that for an hour or so. Then I might have lunch and all of that. We shall see. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Not going to go to work tonight because, well, first of all, I'm not working tonight anyway. But also, I'd just like to not go there for a day. Oh, excuse me. Because yeah, Saturday night just gone. Sunday afternoon and Sunday night just gone. Was it? Yeah, I think. Then Monday night, working Tuesday night, went in there Wednesday evening and was working last night. I just don't want to go in there for a day. So yeah, no work today. No work today. Oh, what? There's another series of Big Brother. Well, that was well publicised. Didn't know that was going on. Have we got any clue who's going in? Do we care? No! Oh, well, let me read the write-up. Emma Willis invites a fresh group of famous faces to move in together and have their every word and move recorded for the enjoyment of the British viewing public. The house has been given a high-class makeover with chandeliers, a grand fireplace, and other opulent surroundings. But the glitz and glamour may be hiding something, as Big Brother is promising his biggest twist yet for the opener. Who cares? Oh dear. Yep. Just have a look at that rain. Listen to it if you can. I'll tell you what. Let's go to a window where it's actually hitting. Oh yeah, by the way, look, yes, that is a hole at the back of the garden. A fence that has blown down. Yeah. That's the way things are. But if I come over here to my working area, i.e. the area where I make videos, I'm wondering if you can hear the rain. Come on, rain. Be as heavy as you were just a moment ago. Thank you. Yes, the wind and the rain. It's nice to look at and listen to. It'd be horrible to be in. It's also horrible to have to deal with when you're trying to make a video. But, yeah, it's alright.